Hi, and welcome to Surviving Denmark. I'm sad to say it's been quite a while since I put up a new video in English. Working during COVID and stuff like that has been quite taxing and not a lot of free time. But I'm happy to say that now that is over. Who's that? Hello, Okay, so the joke is that the last 4 videos I've been putting up has been in Danish. For quite some time, 8 years maybe, I've been doing Viking reenactment fighting, with all that entails old-time tents, clothing, weapons, stuff like that. And that is actually quite fun compared to walking around with a modern bag. Of course there are some drawbacks, but a lot of it is actually just the fact that I can put on my backpack, or basket as it is in the case of Viking, and just walk to wherever I want to go, meet up with the rest of the Vikings, have some drinks, have some fights, chill out, camp, and tell tourists and other people about the Viking Age in Denmark. The last 4 videos must have been quite confusing for the English-speaking or foreign audience this channel have, so I needed to put up this video and explain what was going on. What is this? The reason I did it in Danish was simply I was quite cooked in the head from stress and from the extremely hot weather we are having this summer in Denmark. Again, thank you, climate change. But also because I'm not in a very good shape right now, and the plan is I'm trying to walk 78 kilometers from an old Viking fortress called Borgring Køge, and to Trelleborg in Slagelse. There's also a Trelleborg in Sverige, but that's not the one. I'm not that good yet. Some historians believe that a fit young warrior may have been able to do that trip in one go, in one day. I'm splitting it up over 3 days. So instead of following the modern asphalt road, going in a straight line, maybe 50 kilometers, I'm taking the long road, following the creek, or the small waterways, and that amounts to 78 kilometers. So that trip that I'm going to film is going to be in a 3-parter. 28 kilometers the first day. That's the hardest, but also one of the most beautiful ones. And the next 2 days will be around 25 kilometers each. I'll be doing the trip in Viking clothing, mainly linen and wool, and in old-timey leather shoes most of the way. Right now I'm taking a short stroll while talking to you along beautiful Harlested Sø. It's earlier known as Long Lake, Langesø, and it's a very beautiful place. It's reduced in size since our capital city, Copenhagen, started to pump water from the area around here, and for drinking water, because the water out here is so pure that they started pumping here, and 60 kilometers into the capital city. The upside to that is that the entire area around the lake and the marshlands is protected. You can't use poisons, you can't use too many chemicals. Most of the upkeep of the forest is done by animals. So instead of using poisons to get rid of invasive species, they use sheep. Sheep is way more fun, and you can eat them when they're done. So win-win. I can't wait to show you the videos from the real trip, instead of just the warm-up training trips I've been making in Danish. The final trip will be in English. I won't be filming just as much as I did on the training videos, simply because I need to keep a certain walking pace to actually get to my goals. On one of the parts of the trip, I have to cross through a military training ground, and you can't be in there after dark because I might get into the situation that the Danish military is doing some training, and then you can't be there after dark. But in the daytime, and as long as they don't have announced training, you can walk through their very beautiful forest. But it would be very, very uncomfortable to walk in there and then get caught by the military police and telling me to go home. Especially wearing Viking clothes and carrying axe and sword and stuff like that. My next video will be an unpacking of this bag, which I've been using for quite some time. This is the bag I use for my modern trips and for backpacking with my hammock. Right now it's not full size. I've removed both of the side pockets because this is my summer gear. So instead I can use a smaller hammock and a very small sleeping bag. So it's mainly tools and food. Which also makes it a bit more fun to go for long hikes. I didn't make any videos from my winter trips this year because I was along with a bunch of friends, and maybe not all of them think it's the best thing to be on YouTube all the time. But we had some good trips, walking around in northern Zealand and putting up our hammocks and sleeping out there. It was glorious, waking up and seeing the inside of the tarp completely covered in frost. I also on that occasion found out that I'm a very hot sleeper, so I don't have to use a very warm sleeping bag. That's the short update. Stay along and we will get to the unpacking of the two bags and a comparison between my Viking gear and my modern gear. See ya!